Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Office Bloke Daz.
Office Bloke Aidan.
Here we are, Office Bloke Daz Sports Edition. You know the drill. If sports is for you, leave us a like and subscribe.
Yep.
Bit of Stanley Cup action again. Game 2.
Yeah.
This is getting ugly.
Oh.
Well, what we found in Game 1 was Edmonton were piling in the shots on goal. Just couldn't score. And Florida managed to knock 3 unanswered goals in, right? And take Game 1, 3-0. This is Game 2. Should we get into it?
Yeah, I wonder if it was the same.
Yeah.
The Florida Panthers are heading to Edmonton up 2-0, and all around this series is getting ugly. Teams who win Game 1 are favorites to win the finals 76% of the time, but teams who go up 2-0 in the finals have a staggering 91% chance to win the series.
Aaron Ekblad seals it for Florida.
The odds suggest that the Oilers are in trouble. And when you look at how the Panthers frustrated Edmonton in Game 2, it sets up a must-win for them in Game 3. Now, the ugliness in this game started right away, as it seemed like everyone wanted to take out each other's ACL. We had multiple tripping and kneeing incidents, including this one right here from Fogel on Luosterainen. That got him a 5-minute major
That's dirty.
boot, but the Panthers' power play would be cut short by another tripping penalty from Ekman Larsson. That would set up a 4-on-4, which benefits the Oilers and their speed. In Game 1, the Oilers dominated the Panthers in the first 40 minutes and couldn't get past Officer Bobrovsky. Florida didn't play to their capacity at all in Game 1, but the Oilers' forecheck and shot mentality was at least able to overwhelm the Panthers. In Game 1, the Panthers were able to score on their first shot on goal, and Edmonton returned the favor in Game 2.
First shot goal.
Ekholm beats Bobrovsky a clean 5-hole, and considering how well Bobrovsky played in Game 1, this one was a bit of a shocker, as he's rarely been beat low and clean in these playoffs. In our Game 1 breakdown, we talked about the patience that Edmonton needs to have to beat the Panthers on the forecheck, and it's this subtle play by McDavid on the wall to not panic as 2 Panthers close in on him. He delays just enough to allow the support to go the other way, and now Edmonton has exposed Florida's aggressiveness. In the playoffs, it's the details, and look at this subtle pick by Bouchard on Barkov to make sure that he can't fully get back in the play and break up the 2-on-1. Ekholm strolls in and puts Edmonton on the board despite being outplayed early. Now, even though the Oilers were up 1-0, this is when I thought the Panthers really started to frustrate Edmonton, and it all started on the penalty kill. Edmonton's power play has been one of the best that we've seen in NHL history, and it single-handedly won them series in these playoffs. However, the Panthers have done a phenomenal job structurally to limit the damage. With all the talent and options this Oiler power play has, it's impossible for them to be fully shut down and not get their chances. But it's how Florida is able to limit entries and eliminate the dangerous second and third chances. Watch here as McDavid is going to try and attempt an entry, but kind of bobbles the puck when entering the zone. As the puck goes in deep, McDavid is going to try and change sides, but look at the anticipation from Barkov to get to the wall first. He gets possession, uses his big frame to close out the Oiler, and then has support to execute the clear. Here again, watch the captain Barkov flex out to block the Draisaitl one-timer, and as Edmonton recovers for possession, it's once again going to be Barkov with his aggressiveness to force Draisaitl to bobble this pass. The support from Florida's PK is there like clockwork, and they get the puck out. Florida just wasn't giving Edmonton's best players any time for a clean entry, and with numbers, they were able to force turnovers. Here, Edmonton actually does get a clean entry, but the pressure and anticipation from the penalty kill breaks up the dangerous cross-ice threat. Like I said, with the talent of this power play, they're without a doubt going to get their looks. Here, McDavid is going to cleanly beat Lindell up high and then get to walk down Main Street. But Ekblad steps up, Lindell stays with him with
that play there. That just you don't think you're going to get a yard or 2 yards just by turning like that and going, right? Especially if you're both on skates. And
Quick on the ice, like that,
so
the agility,
fast.
like, do you know what I mean?
The way he turned there and went, just super.
Right?
And the guy's miles behind. Look how far behind he is now, over the space of 2 yards.
back pressure, and Florida is able to negate a dangerous chance by having the proper support on the best player in the world. Now, once Edmonton was finally able to break through the wall of the Florida kill, Officer Bobrovsky was there to add on to the frustration. In our Game 1 breakdown, we talked about how the play of Bobrovsky could potentially impact the Oilers' shot mentality and force them to look for the perfect play. There were certainly some instances in Game 2 where the Oilers passed up some good looks to try and complete a perfect pass. Combine that with a couple of posts, and the frustration grows while the aura of unbeatable Bob gets larger. All around, though, the Panthers played a fantastic game on both sides of the puck. The Panthers have now beat the Oilers off the rush a few times in this series. In Game 1, it came off a north-south style of rush which overwhelmed the Oilers with their speed and forced them to make tough split-second reads. In Game 2, the Panthers used a more east-west approach to buy time for their D to jump up in the play. Niko Mikkola went from almost hitting the Jágr spinorama on his own goalie to jumping up right in the rush and scoring the tying goal. By going east-west with the puck, it just gives the Panthers enough time to attack with more numbers. It also gives a much different look to how Florida has normally created offense in these playoffs. Not only explains the chess match between these two coaches. Just when you think that the Panthers are going to keep hammering the forecheck, they decide to hold on to the puck, go east-west, and make a play off the rush. They were able to generate some great looks with this approach, but it's still their forecheck and that direct style that makes them so hard to contain. Despite
2 giveaways there, weren't there? He gave it away to the Oilers, and then the Oilers give him straight back, and then he put it in.
This absolute gift from the heavens that Rodriguez gets from Bouchard on the go-ahead goal all stems from his aggressiveness on the forecheck. The Oilers are going to get off the wall, and before Edmonton can make a play, Rodriguez is going to come bombing through as the F3 to force McLeod to make a rushed play. Florida keeps possession, and Rodriguez is rewarded with a goal. The Panthers do something similar with a north-south play that actually gets through the Oilers' perfect penalty kill. The Oilers had killed 31 straight power plays leading up to this moment, yet the Panthers' power play broke through off a simple entry and north-south play. The Oilers have been so good at stopping players at the blue line here with all this support, but Lundell's speed makes a great play to just blow by Bouchard and find Rodriguez streaking in the middle. With the 2-goal lead, Florida was able to just put on the clamps against Edmonton and add to the frustration. 5-on-5, the Oilers just couldn't generate much as the Panthers' neutral zone defense forced Edmonton to play without the puck. We talked about the Panthers' 1-1-3 structure in our Game 1 video, and here it forces Edmonton to dump the puck in and get in on the forecheck. The 2 Panthers forwards hold the middle, which forces a bank play to the wall to Kane. As soon as the puck arrives to him, the F3 for Florida is already pressuring to force a dump in. Now Edmonton is first on this puck, but again, it's the support and proximity of Florida's defense that just builds a wall and negates any sustained pressure for Edmonton. You could tell here that McDavid and the Oilers were frustrated after this breakaway, as Tkachuk makes a great play to get back in time to annoy McDavid just enough for him to not get a clean chance on net. And then afterwards, Tkachuk gives him a nice cross-check to let him know what's up. That creates some chaos. Tkachuk and McDavid start going at it a bit, and Ekblad's got Bouchard fully in a headlock. My guy is literally tapping out, fighting for his life, and the frustration just kept building for Edmonton as they lashed out. Draisaitl decided to take a healthy run at Barkov. He leaves his feet, gets the elbow to the jaw, and he would only get 2 minutes for that penalty. But Florida's concern is obviously the health of Barkov. He didn't return to the game, and if he's out with an injury, it could tilt the series based on how important he is for Florida, both offensively and defensively. Even with the extra attacker for Edmonton, look at how well Florida collapses and takes away the middle of the ice. Despite having an extra man, there's just nothing there for the Oilers that would be good enough to beat Bob. To seal the deal for Florida in Game 2, it's again the details by Sam Bennett on the wall. He pressures Kane, gets the puck out, and creates the opportunity for the empty net goal. Florida takes Game 2, and the Oilers look like they are in serious trouble. Of course, McDavid showed nothing but confidence in the postgame, saying that he's looking forward to people doubting the Oilers, but this is a huge mountain to climb.
It's another opportunity for our group to come together and dig our way out.
This series is getting ugly and heated fast, but if the Oilers go down 3-0, the Panthers will likely be on their way to their first Stanley Cup. So, what did you think of Game 2? What pissed you off? What surprised you? Let us know in the comments down below, and if you want to see our breakdowns for every game in these Cup Finals, you can click on the video on screen here to check out our last video and subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss a single thing.
When you look at it there, you see how good the Florida goalkeeper is compared to, not saying he's a bad goalkeeper, but you see the saves he's making for Florida what the Edmonton's goalkeeper's not making them same saves.
Yeah.
Don't know. It's a fine line, isn't it, between winning 1-0 or 1-0 or getting beat 4-1, and that's what happened. They got taken apart, but they looked strong in defence, didn't they? Florida, like you mentioned there, they built a wall there that was just like, and they got it quick. They formed quick. That defence comes out very quickly.
Time, did they?
No, and even when they were looking at passing it across, all 3 defenders were all on the move.
Yeah,
so as soon as he spotted it, and as if like we could intercept that. Yeah. It's a fantastic game, isn't it, to watch?
I hope the Oilers come back into it though.
Same. I want it to go to 2-2.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, I think they might come back here. I can't see.
I reckon they'll win game 3.
I don't know where they've been held the first 2 games. I don't know if it's one at one at the other yet. I don't know.
Isn't it normally like 2 at one, 2 at the other?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not really paid attention to it, but I've loved this channel all the way he breaks it. For me, for someone like us who doesn't really know the game, it's great to watch, and it's all like breaks it down really well and gives you a proper understanding. Slows it down to see the little intricate passing. I mean, that one there when he just stopped it and sort of stood it up on its side. I don't know if he meant to do that.
Yeah.
Or it just happened.
Easier to hit if it's like that.
That's what I'm thinking. Yeah. I don't know if that's. Let us know if that's a skill that can be done where he just stopped it and stood the puck up, and the other guy come in and just belted it in. Incredible, great sport, right? Hope you guys enjoyed that. Don't forget to like and subscribe. See you on the next one.
Cheers.